a flame in the silence, no wind, no heat. He turned aside, took off his shoes. He heard a voice that shook his roots. The ground was holy, the sky turned red, a call to lead where angels tread. He feared the weight, he feared the call, but grace would guide through it all. I am who I am, go set them free. Tell old Pharaoh they belong to me. Take this staff and lift your eyes, for I will go with you by fire and sun. A shepherd's heart with prophet's fire, sent to pull the slaves from mire. With trembling hands he took the flame and left the hills in Yahweh's name. No power stands against his will. The quiet call can shake the hill. I am who I am, go set them free. Tell old Pharaoh they belong to me. Take this staff and lift your eyes, for I will go with you by fire and sun. So when you see the deserts hush, remember flames that burn the bush.
He walked through gates of stone and gold, faced a king proud and cold. Let my people go, he cried. But Pharaoh laughed and turned aside. The staff was raised, the plagues began, a contest waged by God's own hand. From gnats to darkness, boils to storm, each one a sign, each breaking form. The river turned to blood-red shame, frogs and flies and hail and flame. But still the heart of Egypt stayed hard as iron, cold and gray. But Pharaoh's pride held back his heart, even as his world fell apart. Still the voice kept ringing low, with every breath, let my people go. God's patience long, his purpose sure, but justice comes to rich and poor. The river turned to blood-red shame, frogs and flies and hail and flame. But still the heart of Egypt stayed hard as iron, cold and gray. In every land where where chains still show their echo still. Let my people go.
The Lamb was chosen spotless and white. They marked the doorposts in the night. Inside they ate with staff in hand, awaiting judgment on the land. The cries rang out from Pharaoh's hall as death passed over each blood-marked wall. A shadow fell on Egypt's pride, but Israel stood preserved inside. By the blood, the angel turned away. By the Lamb, we saw the light of day. Through the dark, salvation came. By grace and mercy, not by name. Pharaoh cried, "Go leave this land." The slaves walked free by God's own hand, with bread unrisen, hearts made whole. The first step taken toward the goal. A holy night, forever told of mighty love and promises old. By the blood, the angel turned away. By the Lamb, we saw the light of day. Through the dark, salvation came. By grace and mercy, not by name. So raise the cup and break the bread, and never forget what he once said. With chariots close and fear ahead, they cried aloud, hearts filled with dread. But Moses lifted staff to sky, and winds obeyed the Lord Most High. The sea split wide, a path revealed, a wall of water held and sealed. With every step they crossed through night, led by fire and pillar light. Walk through the water, walk through the flame. God's mighty hand will clear the way. He breaks the chains, He lifts the load, and carves our hope on Red Sea Road. Pharaoh chased with sword in hand, but heaven's tide would take a stand. The waters crashed, the foes were gone. The people sang their freedom song. He makes a way when none appears. He parts the sea of all our fears. Walk through the water, walk through the flame. God's mighty hand will clear the way. He breaks the chains, He lifts the load, and carves our hope on Red Sea Road. So if you're trapped with no retreat, stand still and let His wonder speak. They walk the sand with empty hand, no crops to reap, no fertile lands. Their bellies groan beneath the sun, but grace would fall with each new dawn. From skies above, the bread came down like morning dew upon the ground. They gathered only what they need, enough to fill, enough to feed. Manna from heaven, sweet and true. God is faithful, His word is new. He feeds the soul, He calms the fear, and walks beside us year by year. When doubt would rise and hope would fade, the manna came, the promise stayed. A daily gift, a quiet sign that heaven meets us every time. He sends enough for each new day, and teaches hearts to trust, not stray. Manna from heaven, sweet and true. God is faithful, His word is new. He feeds the soul, He calms the fear, and walks beside us year by year. So take and eat, and do not hoard, for daily bread comes from the Lord. mountain shook with flame and smoke. The voice of God, the thunder spoke. They trembled there in fear and awe as heaven carved the holy law. 10 words of light from stone and flame to guide the hearts, to cleanse the shame. No other gods, no idols raised, just love and law and rest and praise. SINAI fire, the holy sound, where grace and judgment both are found. A covenant written, not by hand, but etched in hearts across the land. The people swore they'd walk the way, but wandered off by close of day. Still God remained, both just and kind, with law and mercy intertwined. He gives the truth to shape our soul and lights the path to make us whole. SINAI fire, the holy sound, where grace and judgment both are found. A covenant written, not by hand, but etched in hearts across the land. So when the smoke begins to rise, remember love that never dies. While Moses climbed the mountain alone, the people built to God a stone. They danced around their golden chain, forgetting love, forsaking name. They traded truth for molten lies. While thunder rolled through Sinai skies, he came down holding holy law, and wept to see what he now saw. Oh, wandering hearts, how quick we turn to lesser fires that cannot burn. Still mercy waits beyond our fall. He breaks the calf and loves through all. He stood between the wrath and grace and begged the Lord to still embrace a people bound a story wide, with mercy stronger than their pride. Our idols shine then fade away, but God remains to light the way. Oh, wandering hearts, how quick we turn to lesser fires that cannot burn. Still mercy waits beyond our fall. He breaks the calf and loves through all. So tear down gold, let hearts be brave, and trust the one whose love still saves. dust. They pitched the tent where heaven's glory once again bent, a sacred place where God would dwell among His people, Emmanuel. The lampstands lit, the incense rose, the priest walked in with blood he chose. Behind the veil, the mercy seat, where justice, love, and judgment meet. On Tabernacle Road we go, where grace and presence gently flow. He walks with us, He calls us near. His holy fire draws out the fear. Each sacrifice, each woven thread, a whisper of the Lamb who bled, a pattern made for hearts to see, that God makes space for you and me. No curtain now, the veil was torn. The greater love, the greater mourn. On Tabernacle Road we go, where grace and presence gently flow. He walks with us, He calls us near. His holy fire draws out the fear. So pitch your tent in trust and grace. He'll meet you in that sacred place. They cried for me, they cursed the sky, they said they'd rather starve or die. They turned their hearts, forgot the flame, but still He fed them just the same. They feared the land they'd been foretold, though giants waited, still they scold. Their faith was small, their doubts were loud, yet mercy fell like gentle cloud. He hears the cries, He knows the moan of hearts that wander far from home. But even in our darkest plea, His mercy stands judgment burn. A lifted bronze brought healing turn. Each wound restored, each soul made whole. By faith alone He saved their soul. Rebellion men rise like a tide, but mercy will run or hide. He hears the cries, He knows the moan of hearts that wander far from home. But even in our darkest plea, His mercy stands, His love runs free. So come, you rebels, raise your eyes. There's healing still beneath His sky. They reached the edge with hearts grown wise. Their children saw the sunrise rise. Through every mile and every test, they learned His way, they learned His rest. The Jordan flowed, the priest stepped in. The water split like once had been. A monument of stones they laid to mark the path that God had made. Promised land, so near, so true. The journey long, the mercy new. He kept His word through storm and sand, and led them with His mighty hand. The grapes were full, the hills were green, a land more rich than they had seen. But more than land they came to find, a faithful heart, a promise kind. Every step of grace unearned, every mile a lesson learned. Promised land, so near, so true. The journey long, the mercy new. He kept His word through storm and sand, and led them with His mighty hand. So when your feet grow tired and slow, just lift your eyes, there's more to go.